and welcome to this channel. My name is Ernest and I'm going to be taking you through how to implement advanced file uploading system or middleware in Node.js. I must say this video is not actually for absolute beginners, but you will still find its way through any of your projects. So if all you need is just to upload a file to Cloudinary, you can use this application to help your project. So if you are new to this channel, though I'm just starting this channel, I would request you to please uh, supply, subscribe to this channel and put on the notification button so you'll be kept abreast of any of my new videos. So I'm going to be fast in this video. It's going to be a long video, but it's fast. So we are going to implement a middleware that will accept all file upload, sort the files, compress files, and upload them to Cloudinary and return keys for you. So let's go. Currently I'm in my desktop with a git bash, so let's make a folder called Cloudinary. So let's switch into the folder. So let's create some files like our entry file, server.js. That's our entry file. Okay, so let's initialize this project. npm init -y. Let's create a couple of other folders. We're going to have our config folder. We are going to have server folder. We are also going to have public. Okay, that will not be necessary. So let's install what we'll be using in this project. So npm install. We'll be using Cloudinary itself. We'll be using Axios. We'll be using File Express, file upload. We'll be using .env. We'll be using Mongoose. We'll be using Sharp for image compression. We'll be using what else? Okay, let's start with this. As we progress, if there is any other need, we'll add that to what we are doing. So all files have been uploaded, have been installed. So let's go to our code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. So here we are, our setup file, our entry file. So I'm going to make a little configurations here. Go to here and I have my start script as nodemon because I installed nodemon globally. So that will be all for here. So here on the server I'll have other folders I will call connection, database connection. I will also have my server I'll have routes. I'll have model. I will have what do I have again? Maybe utils. Then finally I'll have middlewares because it's actually middleware that we are creating. So on route we'll have just one route. So let's say post Node.js. Then the model, we just have post model, post model Node.js. Then what else? Okay, that will be all. So in connection, let's just have database.js. So these are just the basic folder structure we have. So let's create server. Let's create the server we need. So let's bring in Express. Did we install Express? Let's check. Express was not installed, so let's deinstall Express. npm install Express, npm install Express. We need this Express. So while Express is installed, so let's call state our server. Let's bring in Express, const Express server was to require Express. Let's create an instance of the Express app. Let's run this on. Let's bring all that we may need. Const file upload was to require Express file upload. I might need that. So what else? Const port. The port this project will be running is a process dot env dot support or 3000. So what else do we have? Let's just say our app listen at port, and let's just log something to console log server running. Let's see server. Let's put this way. Server running started on http / localhost. Let's see on port. So all this being equal, so if we start our application with npm start, we should have our server running. Process, then spelling error, process. So our app is started at localhost 3000. So but let's, in our config folder, let's have config.env, and inside config.env let's put our port, set it to maybe 80. So let's bring the config file here, because .env require .env config, let's say path. So the config file is home config / config.env. That's where it is. Before things being well, our file should be started at required.env config path .env. Oh, sorry, that's error. So it's now started at 8080. That's the fault we want to run. So our app is started. Let's quickly do a database connection. Let's go to our server connection database. Yes. Okay. I just call it database. Okay. Let's bring in mongoose. Cost mongoose. Cost mongoose. Mongoose equals to require mongoose. We'll be needing this. So let's say const connect database is equals to async function. I'll take this. So let's wrap this in a try and catch. And let's say console.log the error. And if anything goes, let's say process.exit. So we step out of the connection if there's any error. So here we'll have we just say await mongoose.connect process.env dot mongo, let's say URI. So but let's create this in our config file. Let's say this represents MongoDB /localhost. Localhost, I have this. You can use Atlas if you like. MongoDB localhost, let's say Cloudinary. So this is our URI. If everything goes well, so and if it's connected, let's say console.log database connected. So that is it. So let's export this function. Module.export, set it to connect database. So let's go to the server and bring the DB. So let's just say here const connect DB equals to require this. What is it? Is in our server, it's in our connections, it's in our database. So we call the function connect DB. Calling this function here, we should be connected if the configuration is right. For some reason it's not connected, so let's check mongoose.connect. Do we have mongoose? Did I install mongoose? Yes. Okay, connection failed. Localhost, maybe there's an error. So let's see why it's not connecting. Why is not connecting? What is this error? Okay, sorry, there's a mistake with the spelling of the localhost. Localhost Cloudinary. So let's localhost let's rewrite this local host. So I'll restart the server. Start. So database connected. So we are done with that. We're done with database connection. So let's bring in our server, our file upload configuration. Just basic file upload configuration is what we need. So now we are connected. So what do we do? Because we'll be using something from form, let's use app.use. Let's say express.json. We're passing something from the body. So we may also passing something from form. So let's say app.use express dot URL encoded, and let's set extended file. So let's say it's true, so it's false. So this will load this body parsers. So let's bring our file upload. Let's say app.use file upload that takes some configuration files. Let's say use them file. Let's set this to be true. Let's say use them directory. Let's the part be, I need to bring in parts.join directory, and let's call it temporary file. Let's create parent paths true in case the folder does not exist or we mistakenly deleted it. So let's just put here, or maybe we should put limit of file we're uploading. Let's just say file field size. Let's just multiply 6 MB by 124 kilobytes, bits by 1024 bits, and let's say 12, or let's say just say 8 to just give us 6 MB. So we ought to bring in path. That's why this is having const path. Path is inbuilt module require paths. So the error should be gone now. So I think that we all will be needing from the server. Let's go to our post routes. So we can just create, because we'll be testing with this. Let's create post route, or let's first create model, post model. Here we just bring in mongoose, require mongoose, bring in mongoose. Here comes post schema, post to new mongoose, the schema that take parameters like title. Just take title from here, take the string, and let's take uploads, all the things you'll be uploading, and let it set it as an array. So finally, let's export this module.export mongoose.model, and just call it post post schema. So we are done with this. Let's go to the routes. We might need one more folder here. I like separating all my files. Matter how small the project, let's call this controllers. So post routes will be having const router require express and router shortcuts. So we just export this router module.exports equals to router. So here we might also bring in const post controller. We've not created it, but it's equals to require controllers through post. We will create it post controller. So let's just quickly create post controller JS. So this is post controller.js. So let's create one route. You just say router dot post. Maybe let's just call it this. This we take the post controller we created, just create post. This is because we are going to be passing the Cloudinary middleware here. So let's create this in our controllers. Post controller, we just say module dot export. Just put post controller. Let's an assign function. Take requests and the response. So for now, let's just wrap this in a try and catch block. Just say rest dot, or let's say console dot log the error, and here we just say rest dot status. This is 422 unpassable. JSON that the error should be error.message. So for now, let's just say rest.send. Let's just send request.body. So this is all we have here. We'll be testing with Postman. So let's bring this route to our server, so we'll be able to use it here. Let's say app.use for posts, we call it posts, and say require dot server route and post route, so we can actually use that. So we have our server set up, we have controller set up, we have everything set up. We have a controller, we have model set up, everything. So it might be the best time to start the main reason we came. We go to middleware and just call it Cloudinary. The main work is started, call it cloudinary.js. So in cloudinary.js, this is where the whole work will be built. So let's start without wasting time. So let's bring in Cloudinary. Hope we installed it. Was to require Cloudinary. I'll be using version 2. So let's also bring in Axios. We'll be using Axios. Was to require Axios We also be requiring file system here. File system const file system. Here we require fs. We might also be needing sharp for image compress. We still require sharp. We might be needing path here because of the file system const path. Of course, we require path. So this might be all for now, but let's see. So now next thing is to create Cloudinary configuration. So let's say Cloudinary .config. So Cloudinary config. This will take cloud name. Cloud name will be process.env cloud name. We have API key. So this cloud name, my cloud name is dv7263. That's my cloud name. So you can go to Cloudinary and get your own keys. Process API key is process.env.cloud API key. Let me call it that. And what else? API secret will be process.env.cloudinary secret. Let me call it Cloudinary secret, and let's secure true. So this is this. So you might need to provide your own API keys like Cloudinary API and Cloudinary secrets and every other information. You go to Cloudinary and get that. So let me get my own quickly. Get my own this Cloud API. We did not even set up Postman, but let's see how it goes. So I quickly created a Cloudinary testing endpoint where we can test this. This is localhost 8080 3000, and we're going to be testing our testing here. So back to the code. Don't need this. So let's create other options. Const options we might be passing to the Cloudinary. Let's say resource type. Let's set the resource type resource_type. Let's set it to auto. It should be able to automatically detect the type of resources. So let's add a particular folder let's call this folder tutorial. So it will use its hand to create this folder called tutorial, and we use it. So next thing now will be to start building the middleware directly. So this is it now. So what we do next is let's start creating the middleware. Export, that's what we call it, Cloudinary uploader. Cloudinary uploader. This is the middleware we will pass into our route. Assign, request, rest, and next. Pass this. So for convenience, let's wrap everything in try and catch. Try and catch. Let's, if there's error, let's log the error. Constant logged error. But I also want to visualize the error. Let's do status. I'll call it 422. JSON error.message. So first thing first is to check if file is uploaded at all. If file is uploaded, you should be able to see, let's say, if there is file at all, request.files. If there's files, you process file, process file. If there's file request, if there's file, process file. If there's no file, call the next middleware. Yeah. If there's no file, call the next middleware. But if there is file, process file and call the next middleware. Any which way, call the next middleware to move on. So now we are assuming files are involved. So let's go fast. Request.body.upload. Let's initialize our uploads, everything we uploaded, to an empty array and keep it. So, and our uploaded file will be in request.files.upload. Const uploaded files. Maybe on request.body.uploads. Uploads is correct. Uploads. Remember our model, we called it uploads here, so that's why I'm using it here, uploads. And in our form, we will call every file coming in as uploads. I could have called it images, but I decided to call it upload because we are going to be processing all kinds of files. So uploads. Conventionally, there is something I like checking if there is internet connection. Let's say check for internet access. Check for internet access. This will help us to clean up this function. If there's no internet and you've uploaded any files and request a file at all, you will just quickly clean it up. So let's check const is online. So let's say await internet access. So let's create this function quickly. Internet access. So where do we create it? Let's create it here. Const internet access equals to let's say a sing function that would take this. Let's say try and catch. Let me just copy this here. No. So what do we do? How do we check for internet access? If there's an internet access, we might just make a request to a known server that we know that we always have internet access. So let's bring in Azure's, let's say await Axios. Let's make a HTTP request dot get. Let's await get https / www.google.com. So then let's put a little timeout function. Timeout. Let this set it to 3000 milliseconds. So here we are making a HTTP request to Google or Facebook or any server you know that will always be true. So if it's successful, let's just say return true. But if it fails, that there is no internet, it should return false. So this is it. So now we have called this thing. So we call this function here. So let's say if it's online, that means if it's true, then what do? We now have to check all the files. We proceed. But if it's not online, we check all the files that was uploaded, check if single or multiple files were uploaded. So how do we do that? If array dot is array of uploads. Why? Because if you upload only one file, it will be one single object in these uploaded files. But if you upload multiple files, it will come as an array of objects. So if it's an array, that means it's multiple files. But if it's not an array, then that means it's just single file. So what do? So if it's this, then let's just delete all the. We are checking if it's not online. So now let's call a function that will delete. So if it's array, means there are multiple files. So let's say multiple files were uploaded. So what do? Let's say uploaded files dot for each, run for each loop item. Let's just say delete for the code is file from temporary folder. Let's call it this long name, at least to give us an idea. So item temporary file path. We'll explain this. We've not created this function, but we'll create it. But else, if it is just one single file, also call this function. And just do what? Delete. Since it's just one single file, So it will just be this. So here it will just return status no internet access. By and large, you just say return rest status. You could do that here or there. The status 403.json. What do we do? JSON, set the message. It's an error message as no internet access. See that we put it here, or if we put it here, we duplicate it for this and that. So let's just put it here alone. So at the end of the day, whatever happens here, just put no internet access. Then we break out from the function with the return this thing. So let's create this function. Let's create this function here. Const this, let's say amassing function wrap this in a try and catch. Try and catch, we make sure that if there is any error, you will quickly see it and just handle it. So it will take the file name we want to do, and if any need for try and catch here, just link. So we now bring in our file system to unlink the file. That's this file name here, and it takes another parameter of error. If there's an error, you just throw error. If there's no error, then we succeeded. If there's an error, throw error, else you can just write file deleted or something. So the function is here now and is working. Maybe we might just test this a little bit. How do we test this? Let's pass this to our route, which is our post route here. Could come here, but to import it, so it's imported here. So now we've passed it here. Let's see what we're expecting. First of all, let's test that let's test the file upload. Let's say console.log uploaded files. Let's see if we have any uploaded file in the console. This is our middleware, so it's form data. So let's look for image. Let's download file from the computer. I have this beautiful image. Download. So let's run it. We should have this. Okay, this is great, beautiful. Nothing is here. Why? Okay, so let's see why. Once uploaded files, request.files. See why it's good to test. Request.files.upload, because the express file upload stores image as request.file. Let's try again. So now we have our image file stored. So let us disconnect the internet and test without internet. Test again. You can see no internet access. So if you don't have internet, you will see no internet access, and our delete function works. It should have deleted the very first one we tried. Oh, you see this temp file, I did not create it. Remember, I did not create it myself, it created here. So let's try it again. Let's try again. Try to run this again. No internet access, and there's no file in this delete function, so it's working. So let's reconnect our internet because we might be needing it. So we move. So our internet functionality is working, our delete function is working, our delete function is working, the internet is working. What else do we need? So we should start processing the images. So let's handle, make sure it's inside here. Let's handle when you have just one file uploaded. If it's one file that is uploaded, that is if array dot is not array of this uploaded file. Okay, if it's just this, so what do we do here? Process single file upload. So what do we do? Const uploaded file path uploaded. Remember, this is temporary file path, so we are getting the uploaded file path, which is this temporary file path. So uploaded file, the path of the uploaded file path, let's set it to the file system should read it. File system to read sync. You see that you say read file or read file sync, anyone you prefer, but I would suggest you use read file. Read file is asynchronous, while read file sync is synchronous. So it blocks, so I like to use the blocking one. So you read the file of the uploaded file path. So it should read this temporary file path for us. If you log this to console, you should see what this thing returns. But for now, that's not what we need. Because we uploading multiple files, we need to get the kind of file we are uploading. So let's get the extension, const extension of the file. Let's say get file extension. Extension is a function that will take the uploaded files as parameter. So what do we do? Let's quickly create this get file extension. Get file extension. I wouldn't want to be performing everything inside here, so that's why I'm creating functions to run this. Const get file extension. This will take the uploaded file name, uploaded file. What does she return? This should return the uploaded file, because look at here, this is the uploaded file. It has a name, and look at what we're interested in, JPEG. So uploaded file dot name and how do we get our this name? So dot name, let's say dot split by dot. Then the last part is what we are interested in, so we use the pop to get the last part, then send it to lowercase so that everything lowercase, so the spelling of lowercase. So you should just return this. So for instance, if you say get file extension of uploaded file, let's say res.send, or let's just say console.log extension. Now for any file we want to get the extension of the file, so we just uploaded the JPG here, so let's send again. So we have the JPG here, so this extension is working. Now we have the extension. What else do we need to do? So let's extract the file original name. Let's say const file name or original name. Let's set it to another function, get file name. Why I'm creating functions is that these things are reusable. I will reuse them in another place. Maybe, like now I'm just processing single file upload, so when I'll be processing multiple file, I'll still need this, so I don't need to repeat this code. I'm trying to keep it as dry as possible. So function const get file name is equal to a function that will take uploaded file, also uploaded file, what does it return? It will return the name of the file, return the name of the file that we uploaded, the name of the file that we uploaded, like uploaded file, this uploaded file dot name, that replace in case there are any wild characters there. I'll use regex to remove this. This and this. Hope this is correct. Regex. So all this and good. Then any empty space. It will return the name, strictly name, and that will be all. So this is the file name. So another thing I will need is to create a new name for this whole file. Why am I creating a new name? I'm creating a new name because I want to be able to provide a unique name. So this is let updated file name. I can call it updated file name. Updated file name. It has to be a unique name. So let me say renamed file name. So this one will be such that I'll be able to uniquely identify each file. So I'll add time function to it. So let's say file name, the file, and the extension. So I'll create this function. This function takes the file name and the extension name. So to create the new name. So here I'll say const name file name is equals to something that will take file name and the extension. These are just the parameters that will pass from there. So what should we do? This rename file name will be able to return a name I'm using backtick, so let's say new name, and what is it called? The original file name, which is what we have extracted. Okay, now let's add a date function to it. Maybe say date dot now to make it unique. Then we now attach our extension. So we have this file name. Hope no mistakes anywhere. Rename file name. It should be capitalized. Okay, I need to change it. So this thing renames the file and attach a date function to it. So this is the function. So now that we have renamed it, what do we do next? This is a very long video, but I'll try and be fast as possible. So now that we have renamed it, the file, so let's check if, because we can only compress, as far as my implementation here is concerned, I'm interested in compressing images and resizing it. So let's check if the extension I'm getting is image extension. If it's not image extension, I will remove it. I will push it without compressing it. So, but if it's image, I will compress it and move forward. So let's say let me check if it's image. If it's image, do so. Let's say if uploaded files. Remember, we are handling when it's not multiple, when it's just single file. If uploaded file dot mime type, every file has a mime type. Check out this thing. I think it's still here. Yeah, look at file dot mime type. Mime type has image in it. If uploaded type dot mime type, okay, dot starts with image. If you start with image, that means it's an image. Every image has its thing. So what do? We await. Let's compress it. Compress file. We compress this file. So this will take uploaded file parts, the file we uploaded, and the updated file name. It will take these two parameters. We will quickly create this function, or let's still handle an exception where it is not of this file type. So let's say else. If it is not, let's quickly save these things in another place. So but then let's just say if it is not, let's say console dot, or just handle uncompressible files. So let's create this function quickly. Create this function up here. Const compress file is equals to the same function. I'll take two parameters. What are the parameters we passed here? Compress file takes these two parameters. I don't like changing their names. You can call it anything if you can remember, but I like calling it exactly. Name this. So this pass these two parameters. To compress the file, we'll be needing some things to successfully compress the file. Something like the sharp. So this is where we bring the sharp, but first of all, let's wrap this in a try and catch. In case there's any error in compression, we should be able to capture it immediately. If there's an error, just console.log the error. If there's no error, so let's bring in await sharp, which we have. This sharp takes the uploaded file path, which is this. And what does it do to it? Then it takes it and resize it. Resize. There are parameters it takes here. Size to fit. So it takes its own sharp dot fit dot contain. You can do dot cover or anything. So you choose the width you want. Say width. For me, convenience, I'll just say 800. So what else do sharp do? To format, which format do you want? Which format? Generally, I want all my images in WebP. So what else you want to do? So the WebP you've converted to, what are the configurations you want? I want lossless compression. I want it set it to be true. I want the quality to remain top notch. Let's say 60. I want alpha quality. You can read up all these things, I know what I mean. 80, I want to set that to 80. Is it by force? No, don't force. So this is our compression. So where do we want to send it to? Where are we sending all these things to? Let's say to file. This is determine where we send. Let's so in our root folder, let's create upload folder and send the file we just created into there, which is the updated file name in the root folder. This folder does not exist, so let's create a function that will create it, because there is no way it creates automatically there. So let's create a function that will quickly create that file each time we need it. So what do we, or should we test if this thing is working already? This thing looks messy. Just format the selection and make it look that good so that you'll be able to So this function, let's create a function that will create. So what do we need? Say const upload directly, upload directory. Let's set it to path dot join or path dot resolve root directory where we have our current directory, and let's say this and uploads. So this is upload folder where we want this thing to be created. However, we need to create it. So if let's check if the folder doesn't exist. If file system dot exist sync, that means if it does not exist this directory, upload directory, then let's tell file system to quickly create it for us. So file system dot make directory sync compulsorily upload directory. So if it does not exist, you should create it for us. If you watch here, it's existing now. We just created it and it will always be there. So like if we delete this, if the server refreshes, you will see it back there. Just make one change. The folder will automatically create itself. Yeah, it's here. So that's how, in case this thing wants to upload to this place and it does not exist, it will throw error. So that is why we created this function to easily and always quickly create it. So what do we do again? So it will save our compressed, it will compress this file and send it there. But if it is not a file we can compress, like a video, we don't want to compress video, we don't want to compress documents, Word documents, we don't want to compress images. So what do we do? Let's set our files we want. Let's create an array and check files we want. Let's put the array here. Const uncompressible, let's call this uncompressed, uncompressible, compressible format. Let's call this, let's set it an array. We don't want to compress PDF. We don't want to compress MP4. We don't want to compress MP3. We don't want to compress WAV. We don't want to compress AVI. And any format, I'm just trying to put doc. We don't want to compress docx. So these are formats we don't want to compress, and these are the only formats we want in this whole application. If it is not this, we don't need it. So don't upload Excel. So now what do we do? Let's quickly check if the file is not part of what we want. So if this uncompressible extensions does not, if it does not include our extension, this extension, the extension that was uploaded, if it's not part of it, okay, what do we do? Throw error. Let's say throw new error. Just say file type not allowed. So but if it does, so let's save uncompressed files. So what do we take here? Updated file name, and uploaded files. So this is what we save. So this function, let's create this function. I'm using core reusable functions here so I don't repeat what I have done before. So let's save this function in that part which we've already created. So const video, let's set it to an async function that will take those two parameters, which is the parameters here, these two parameters. We'll take it here and pass this like this. So we wrap this in a try and catch so that if there's any error, we'll try and catch this. So if there's error, just log the error. const save path. Where do we want to save it? Is equals to path dot resolve uploads, that uploads in the root slash updated file name, which is updated file name. So resolve this part and save this thing. So that's it. So what else do we do? So await uploaded file dot mv. This mv is a method in express file upload save part. So we save this part. So that is how to save this file. After doing all this, we are almost there. So far so good. We have a way to get extensions and check which file we are uploading. If it is not among the allowed type, it will throw error, but if it is, we save it in this uploads folder. So that is so that if at any point you should be able to catch error. So finally here, after all these things have been done, you can now upload to Cloudinary. Save or upload to Cloudinary. Upload to Cloudinary. So how do you do that? Const result, because that's the result it returns, is await upload. Let's say upload to Cloudinary. The reason is because I will use this function. So what are we uploading? Updated file name. So that's it. Now we've not created this function, but then we can check for this. Okay, let's just quickly save this. Let's create this function quickly so that we don't go back and front. So const this function is a function that is asynchronous. Take this. So what this is the updated file name. Updated file name, the file we've changed the name. Updated file name, it takes this parameter here. So with that, now we should be able to check if there is internet. We know. So if there is no internet, we will also know. So I will choose to run this in a try and catch block, and if there is any error, we'll return. I'll just log that to the console here. This error is not properly managed, but there's no problem. So let's say const result is equal to await Cloudinary dot uploader dot upload the file we just created. But where is the location of the file? Is in uploads. That's where you can fetch the file. Uploads, spelling is important. Uploads and this updated file name. Then return this result. Return result. So we have this result, but we're also passing our options. These options we created up here, these options, so that you create this folder for us. So we pass the options here. So the whole code look messy. Let me format. So now we have file successfully uploaded to Cloudinary. Let's save it to our request.body. Let's save it to request.body. So because we declared it as an empty array here in the beginning, we set it as request.body.empty array. So let's push results to it. So request.body request.body.uploads dot push request.body.upload dot push. What are we going to push? Our URL. It will be result dot secure URL that comes from Cloudinary. What else we want? We need public ID, public underscore ID. Let's save that as result dot. This is because so we'll be able to delete it. That's why we need this public ID. But this thing will come with the folder. So let's take the last part of it, the split, so that we just get only the ID. The split by what slash and get the last part. Pop is a lovely function. Learn it. So what else do we need? We need the format if we want. The format of the file, it will be result.format. What else do we need? Maybe file size. The other one will be results.my results.bytes. Bytes. So this is it. So if all things are successful, let's do cleanups. Cleanup. So let's test this, please. Let's upload a function now. Let's upload an image. This image, let's just upload it. Perfect. Look at it. It just uploaded. We have the file size, we have the format, we have the public ID, and this thing is here. So this is the image we just uploaded to Cloudinary. It's working perfect, and it's in WebP. So that means everything is perfect. So, but look at here. We still have it here, and we still have the 10 files here. So we don't need anything here. We need to clean it up. So that is why we need to run a cleanup function. Cleanups. Since we already have it in Cloudinary, why still saving it in our DB? So those cleanup function will take care of all those things. So cleanup function. So let's check for something. If uncompressible formats contains image, because only images are passed through here, while non-compressible are passed through here and this, but only images are passed here. So we check for images here and delete it from here, while every other format and the image too, we pass it from here. We pass other format directly to here, while the other one pass from here to here. So if it includes our formats, if uncompressible file formats includes our extension, or if it does not include our extension, that means if it does not include our extension, that means we are deleting the temp file. So delete from temp folder. So what do? we call that function. I think we created one function, this function here. Good. Created this function. That is the beauty of reusable function. So it will be file. That means it's multiple file dot temp file path. Okay, now delete other image files, delete other files. So you just call the file again and run it from this uploads dot what updated file name. So it will delete it for us. So let's delete these two folders, delete this and delete this, and restart the server and try upload this image again. File not defined, file not defined. Okay, just hold on, let me, why did I upload file not defined? Maybe, oh sorry, see the issue here. So this is uploaded file, it should be uploaded files dot this. So let's delete again and delete this. So let's try again, change this thing, we are great now. And this image, let's change this image to another image, upload from system, pick up this and let's upload. Fine, uploaded successfully, and let's check here. Everything is cleaned up, nothing here, so it works perfectly. So let's upload something that is not picture. Let's upload non-picture. Let's change this to and upload a video. This is a video, and or audio. Let's upload an audio. And let's upload. Good. Audio uploaded, and check. You can see it's very fast. If you check it, the audio uploaded is working. So it's working. So that is what happens. So all what we checked here is when we upload just one file. This is when it is not an array. What if else? When it's multiple files that we've uploaded, if you upload multiple files. So let's handle multiple files quickly. Multiple files uploaded. This will be faster because we have created most of this. So we now take uploaded files, the same uploaded files, we map it. What do we use? If we map, it will be fine, but we will have the nested map. So let's use promise, await promise, promise.all uploaded files dot map. Okay, so let's take the file, but let me use assign here, the file for each file. Let me run try and catch. If I run try and catch and if it catches error, we should be able to console.log log the error, message. Let me just log the error. I don't know what this one is. Console.log the error. So await promise.all. So now this is going to be a little complex, but let's try. So let's say const uploaded file path. Let's set it to file system, each of the file system dot read file sync. If you are not comfortable with read file sync, you can use another pattern. Each of the files there dot temp file path. Read file each of the file in this temp file path. So what else? We get the extensions as we did before. Once get extensions, we will just call our function, which is const excuse me, extensions. So extensions, just get extensions. Let's get our get extension function. Just get extension function. What do we call it? Get extensions. Get file extension and uploaded files. Get file extensions and uploaded files. Get file extension of the uploaded file, which is file. Okay, so what else? Const get file name. I think we have get file name. And this function. So why not we just log this to console.log or why not we just say extension and the file name. So here we just upload multiple files and see what happens. I just upload 2 images. We just need the extensions and their real names, and that's all. So extensions is this, their names is this, so we are on point. Close out on this. We close out on this. So this is original file name. Original file name. So okay, so let's say set updated name. Let updated file name, which we've created before. The updated file name equals to get, what do we call it? What do we call it? Function that we've created earlier for renamed file name. So this function takes two parameters, a file name and the extension. So let's pass this, the file name, it takes the file name and the extension. So code is messy. So we take the file name and the extension. There's something I didn't think I did here. Okay, so I think, okay, no problem. So let's just do, so what else is, let's see what we did here. In single file, because they just look alike, let's check this. Let's just take this here. Check the MIME type of the files that are uploaded. So if the MIME type of each of these file, then await compressed file path, uploaded file path, and updated file name, which is correct. This is the updated file path and updated file name. Okay, then you compress. But if any of them is an uncompressible file, you now check you take the extension and compare it with what we have here, all this. If it is not any of such formats, you throw error, or you save this thing. You save to this folder, but instead of this upload file, this will be each of the file. This will be each file. So what next do we do after this level? So we now upload to Cloudinary and do our cleanups. We upload to Cloudinary also. After this, we upload to Cloudinary. Const results is equal to this updated file name we uploaded to Cloudinary. Then after this, let's clean up here. Let's delete this and make sure there is nothing in our upload folder. So let's try to upload something now and see if this thing works, or we get an error. So let's come here and upload two files and see. There's an error. Let's check what the error. Read on the file starts with. So okay, copying and pasting is uncompressible file format, does not include, no. If uploaded file, no, this is file. Okay, this is file, which is this file. This is this file. If its MIME type starts with this, let's do cleanup. I like making sure there's nothing here before I start. I can handle all these situations where if there's any error in production, in development, it still takes care of that, but let's just make sure we're able to upload something. So let's try again. We have two files and we are sending to Cloudinary two images. Good. This is it. We have two images uploaded. This is image 1. This is image 2. So, and these are saved here. and are saved here. So what we should do is to run our cleanup functions here and still do our cleanup as we did before. Pick this and run cleanups here. Run cleanups. So this is the cleanup, but let's check. So this should be, instead of uploaded file, it should be file, the temp file path, while this other one is correct this way. So this will just be, let's check this, and now we start our server. To also delete this, let's restart server here, restart server, and make sure everything is working and we're able to. So let's come back here. So let's upload two files again. Okay, let's say two audio sounds this time and not image. Let's upload and see. It's taking time. I hope there is no error. Okay, successful. We have our results. We can check them out in the browser. It's working. So, but let's check the cleanup function. Oh, superb. Nothing is here. So it's fine. It's fine. It works well. So what else can we do? Our middleware works. You can upload anything now. Let's upload image and another file. Let's change this, say hello Africa, and let's upload multiple files. Let's upload two image and one video and one audio. This might take time because it's 4 files, so but let's send. So it didn't take as much time as I expected. Look at the 4 files are here. This is the image, another image, an audio, which is WAV, and a video, which is MP4. Everything is fine. It works, but let's still check the cleanup function. It cleans everything here. Nothing is saved in this directory. So your server resources is protected. Cloudinary takes care of all the images you have to upload. So that is it for this Cloudinary middleware. It's quite a long video, but let's see the routes. What do? We just send it to body. Why not we just save it to DB? We created a post endpoint. Let's just bring it here. Const let's just bring const post. We say call to require post models and post model. So instead of just sending it like that, let's just say let's do a little validation. If let's say const extract title from the body, from request.body. So here let's do minor validation. If there is no title or title is equals to empty, strict, so throw new error or throw error and call it provide title. This is not about the video, but else just await post dot create, just a request dot body. So then rest dot status 201 dot json, let's say post. So const post is equal to this. So this is just it. This is just a credit to that, but just to add a little to our endpoint. So if you come here and there is no title and there is no file, or even if there is file, let's remove some of this. If you want to do anything, there is no title, it should throw a small error, provide title. So if there is title and it's empty, if there's title, there is empty, even if there is a file, even if there is a file, let's say you even have this, just a little validation, they still require you to say provide title. So if you can say hello world and upload world and upload. Yep, so this is what we have, and we have this also saved in the DB. We have it saved in the DB, we can invalidate it and everything will be fine. So just a quick rundown on this whole process. This thing threw an error because of the way I handled the error, but that's insignificant problem. So now we created a basic Express middleware setup. We have a config where we have config.env. We have our node modules. We have our server that has our folders the way it should be. We have everything. We don't even use this. So we have this middleware Cloudinary that has this config. And we have a way to check if there is internet access. We also sort by folder, tutorial folder. We have reusable functions that we can quickly reuse in different parts. We also compress image with sharp to quality we like. We also create dynamic folder, and everything works very well. We upload any file formats according to what we want, and everything works well. So if you like this video, please help my channel. I'm just starting it new. Subscribe and support me by just subscribing, and if possible, press the notification button to follow up, because I'll be coming up with another very complex project very shortly. Thank you and stay cool.